Episode 28, take 3. Yes. Stapleton doesn't count it.
Soccer situation.
Yes, folks, that's right. We did record on Sunday evening for a Monday release, as we've often threatened to do.
All right, we were on fire too, dude.
It was actually pretty good.
We were on fire.
It was kind of hot.
That's why I was so mad too, dude. We were on fire.
I was mad too. Dog interruption, technical
Turned into a
mayhem,
technical nightmare.
And yeah, we're back here
But we're
2
back.
days later. What's
2
up?
days later? Yeah, what day is it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wednesday.
I heard a pop. I thought that's what you were referring to. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, we're back a couple days later for episode 28, take 2.
Back.
We're not going to have
Still plenty to talk about.
fresh, hot game takes, but yeah, like Alex just said, there's still so much. Actually, there's
There's
probably
more to talk about,
more to talk
honestly.
about now than there would have been on Sunday evening. The news keeps coming, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I was looking earlier, and I'm like, I feel like there's like 4 topics in the main headline page that could take up the whole time.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know really where to begin.
Right?
But let's not begin with football. Let's talk about comedy. It's been such a huge week in
Comedy.
comedy.
It's just
Christmas for Alex, really. Alex is a Shane Gillis super fan. This week we had the new Gillis special on Netflix. What was it called?
Beautiful dogs.
Beautiful Dogs. How did I forget a title like that?
All right.
We've watched it just for the second time.
Just finished
recently,
it the second time.
moments ago.
Yeah.
Hot off the presses.
Still cried laughing both times.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to say I cried laughing the second time. I wasn't high enough
I had
to
some
cry
moments.
laughing.
I had some moments the second time.
There's
It still got me.
Genuine
That
LOLs, I'll say that.
good. The first time I was dying though.
It's a good special. Oh, yeah, it was killing me, dude.
I missed some stuff because I was laughing so hard.
I caught a couple things on the second run through already that I missed the first time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was nice, dude.
It was hard not to laugh through stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Gillis special.
Gillis special.
Gillis live this week.
Gillis live Friday
Is it
night.
your birthday?
It feels like my birthday, right? We've moved my birthday up to September.
We're going to see Shane Gillis in his favorite city in America, Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Sure, he's gonna
Ooh,
give
I
it
just went
his
super
all.
lounge on there.
Alex really needs to
Ooh.
get his seat under control. Or he's going to end up in a...
I'm gonna need to lock it in
I'm
place.
going to get you a children's
Watch
school
this.
desk just to hold you still.
Locked in.
I think we know who the dingus of this podcast is.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Gillis on Friday. And then, unofficial friend of the pod, Beth Stelling.
Yeah,
She
comes out of
she
nowhere with the
announced
Netflix
this week-
announcement.
She had mentioned in the past that she didn't know what she was going to do with her next special. She had talked about putting it out on YouTube like some people have.
Yeah,
And bam,
Netflix.
Netflix, October 3rd.
Netflix snatched it up.
Beth's
Said, "I want that."
sophomore album. Yeah, it's called If You Didn't Want Me Then, which I love.
Yeah, it's a good title.
Is she taking shots at Netflix in the title of her Netflix special?
It's possible.
Given that I'm just joking. I'm joking, Beth. I know you're not doing that. It's not like you would take shots at a major comedy institution in your
No, she's
specials.
not one to do that. No, I'm looking forward to that one too, though. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh, it's
It's
gonna be
October
so good, dude.
6th or something.
3rd. October 3rd.
October 3rd.
Netflix.
Netflix. Big year for comedy. I'm gonna shout Joe List out too. In
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Watch Joe List, especially because he recently said on Tuesdays with Stories that it's been demonetized by YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, because of the cunt bit.
Huh.
Which is funny to me because I'm like, we just watched Gillis' special on Netflix.
Yeah. He
That
says
is
a lot
way
of stuff.
worse than anything like Joe says in that special.
He says a lot of stuff that has quote unquote been canceled. But
which is amazing. But like,
Oops,
yeah,
sorry,
I just
said
poor
Homer
Joe.
James.
Poor
Uh,
Joe.
Yeah. That's
So go out and
unlucky.
watch Joe List
That's
special too.
unlucky, dude.
Yeah.
You got
It's ridiculous.
demonetized for that? Boy, we got to watch it on this podcast because I like saying that word.
I know.
It's a good one to say.
We're gonna if we get sponsors, we'll have to start worrying about that.
It's punchy. What else do you have going on?
The holiday weekend, coming off a holiday weekend, I feel like it's been always busy at work.
Oh,
after
yeah.
a holiday weekend. It's been hot as hell.
You had to catch up.
Yeah.
Your inbox was all jammed up.
Roasting. I wish I was just sitting looking at an inbox, emails, go sit in the office in the AC.
I was gonna say I'm just sitting here and I'm roasting.
I know I'm burning up right now. I'm sweating under the lights.
Well, Alex,
What else is going on? We
that's
got Richard
that's
downstairs.
what you get for being an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur of the Year 2021.
You're gonna be like Dr. Disrespect in 20 years. You're
I'm gonna be
like
shouting that
the
out forever.
two-time
I got to get another one so I can do the 2-time. Got to work on getting that second one locked in.
Yeah, work on that, Alex.
Maybe get a real institution to say it this time.
Right?
Ooh, shots fired, Rosie.
We won't bring that institution's name into it again.
No,
because
no.
we're looking for sponsors.
Hey, we
not
like that
burning bridges,
institution,
Alex.
actually. They buy our coffee. They're great to us. They've been very supportive.
Excellent.
They're a supportive institution.
That's great.
I just like taking shots.
I love taking shots. Taking shots is my favorite. But speaking of taking shots, in episode 28.1, take one,
Yes.
I was taking shots at the new Disney Star Wars series, Ahsoka,
Yep.
which everyone has been looking
You've
forward
been
to.
super disappointed with it.
Yeah, I've been pretty disappointed with it. Episode 3 got a little better, and because of the delay in this episode, I was able to watch episode 4, which just came out last night.
Oh, nice.
And again, it got a little bit better. It had more of the cool, kind of corrupted Jedi.
Cool.
And it had more of the cool manic pixie babe corrupted Jedi, which she's a cutie. I like her.
Always helps.
Yeah, it does.
It always helps the
when
situation.
a show is as slow moving. God, the pacing in that show is so bad, dude.
Really?
Dave Filoni, we get it. You love samurai movies. You're not Akira Kurosawa. This is not that material. You don't have that cinematography, and these actors are not carrying the weight of these pauses and these
Yeah.
these 3-minute scenes that should be a 30-second scene. It's like,
Is that like what he's going for? He's got a very heavily old samurai influence.
I mean, it's what
in
George
this film.
Lucas very much created Star Wars based
That's
on.
true, I
kind
guess.
of.
Yeah.
But Filoni is that fanboy nerd that is hammering that drum,
Yeah.
and he's doing it without a deft touch. He doesn't have the clutch of an Olivier Giroux or the touch of an Olivier Giroux. He's got more of the touch of, you would say, a Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll touch, like a little more lead foot, like a concrete foot. My phone overheat in this sauna.
The camera is rolling.
All right,
But
I guess
Alex's
we'll keep
light
it
is
going.
out.
So my light, I'll look a little more dim, I guess, the rest of the pod.
He always looks a little bit dim, doesn't he?
That's fine. It's probably better to give me as much fucking dim light as I can get right now.
Right?
It's gonna help me look good. Maybe I'll look skinnier in the dim light.
Yeah. You're going for I don't know. I've been playing Cyberpunk lately. You look like you're definitely like a seedy mission giver in Cyberpunk.
In Cyberpunk.
Sitting under the red lights.
Sitting in like
of
a
some
cool
kind of-
cafe.
Yeah. Well, my light's still on because unlike Alex, who's a nerd, I don't have a case on my phone, so it's ventilated
my
well.
case.
And it's holding the light on. So far, so good. Where did we leave off?
Oh, man. Yeah, where were we? We're talking about lead foot touches of the Star Wars series.
Oh, yeah. My example was Andy Carroll. I couldn't come up with anything better.
Yeah.
Who would
yeah.
you have said?
That's kind of harsh on Andy Carroll.
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
wasn't that bad, and I have no beef with Andy Carroll. I don't
Honestly,
know why I
this
said
is
that.
super harsh as well, but as an Arsenal fan, I'll say Theo Walcott.
Well, yeah, that's valid, dude.
Theo Walcott, poor Theo, had a terrible first touch.
Sometimes he either had the touch of Henri or he had the touch of a donkey, dude.
Yeah, he was such a
Absolutely.
mixed bag.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about this past weekend in the Prim. There were some pretty big games. We
Yeah.
won't focus on them like it's fresh news, like it's take one.
Yeah.
But let's laugh and talk about the fallout of Sheffield 2, Everton 2. It wasn't the most glamorous game, but it could be one of the earliest sort of relegation six-pointers in Premier League history.
Yeah.
Match week 4, these two teams needed 3 points from this.
It felt like it. And
Yeah.
It's like, we just got going, and
Right.
there's a lot of desperation there.
Yeah. Yeah. So to end in a 2-2 draw, I don't know. A 1 point in a relegation fight is a lot. It's not nothing.
It's not nothing, yeah.
But
You can't afford to go with no points in that match. And
Right.
come out of that with nothing. Like
Right.
that, you can't afford that.
especially,
really.
Everton, who prior to this match hadn't even scored a goal yet in the league.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to come out of that with something.
if they came out of that, no points, it would be bad.
Yeah, it's not looking great either way, but still
Right.
better than nothing, I guess. They're on the board.
Fans got really, really hyped from a Jordan Pickford save in 90 minutes plus 8. He tipped it onto the bar, I think, caught a ricochet, ding, 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 boom, boom.
Yeah.
No, he saved a rebound as well, and then corralled it.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. The one hit him in the face. The second save. Just
Yeah,
hit him in the face.
exactly. Like Jersey Dudek in the Champions League, to be fair, he knew nothing about it, and
Yeah.
and there's a lot of talk about him saving Everton's season. If that's what they're relying on, yikes,
Also, to be saying that this early is painful.
that's ugly.
That's painful
Right.
to be like, he just saved our season. We are 4 games into the season.
to be a little more positive, their new striker Beto, he looked very energetic.
That's good.
He was
putting himself about the place.
Not unlike your description of Højlund. Was that in 28 take one?
Yeah, it was.
So
yeah.
no one's gonna hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You described Højlund as a real handful for Arsenal.
He was.
We'll
yeah.
come back to that.
Yeah.
But Beto, I think the same could be said for his first appearance for Everton.
He put himself around and made some defenders work.
Yeah. Right. And I think I understand why they're clinging to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, think about the importance of that purchase working out. They have no goals in that team.
That's their roll of the dice.
Aside from Calvert-Lewin,
who's so injury prone.
Injured. So
poor Calvert-Lewin, because he is a good player when he's fit.
Yeah.
But like, when's the last time you've seen him get a run of games?
Yeah. But no, Beto turning out at Everton is insanely crucial. Hey, there goes
your light now too.
We're on the same page. That's good because I'm starting to sweat. I don't want y'all to see it.
I know, right?
Yeah, maybe the phones are doing us a favor.
Yeah, the phone's like, it's too hot in here, but turn that shit off.
Anyway, yeah, Everton. Beto's got to work out, so it's good he looked good.
It's a huge gamble.
Mood change.
Mood change.
We're getting energetic as we get into the bigger fixtures.
Talking about the more fun fixture, brightening up.
Yeah, so let's go to a big fixture. Let's talk Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1.
One of the funniest fixtures of the season so far.
Listen, man. Yeah, talk about it.
It was
just a little bit.
It was fun. We won't go too into it, but it was really fun. I mean, it was a roller coaster ride. Arsenal looked dominant. It looked like they were going to do the usual story. Which, to be fair, looking at our actual record at the Emirates against United in the recent years, we've actually absolutely bossed them. But I still have that pain in my heart of all the losses against them.
Yeah.
So I thought we were going to have a classic, we dominate, we're the better team, we blow it with an easy goal. But no, it went even better than we could ever imagine. Garnacho thought he had scored the winner, other than like the deftest little move from Gabriel. To hit the Michael Jackson and keep him off sides by like an inch.
It's funny, I already forgot about that detail.
Garnacho could have won it. And then just moments later, Arsenal went down the other end and won it.
Yeah, last second snatch and grab.
Declan Rice, new signing.
Then with Declan Rice for English ecstasy comes through.
Yep.
Delivers on every level.
The place is absolute mayhem.
Right. And then they go on and get a third.
Yeah, just a little icing on the cake.
Yeah, which is awesome just because then you see the score sheet say 3-1 and it looks like a convincing.
Yeah, now when I look at this at the end of the season, I probably won't remember all those details right away. I'm just going to be like, ooh, look at that 3-1 win over United. That's a good result.
Easy. Right.
Did you see the press conference for Arteta afterwards?
No. Was he cocky?
When they were like, did you plan that? And he was like, just deadpan, was like, Yeah, I planned that. Me and the players, we talked about that. We were going to do that. We just didn't want to let the fans in on it for drama.
Right. It's like WWF. Yeah, we drew up to be the most dramatic result we could possibly have, the most insane timing ever.
Yeah, he was super dry about it. It was real funny.
Pretty funny. While we're here, let's beat up on Man U a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Graham.
Sorry, yeah, you guys are struggle city right now for you.
We're not the only ones piling on them this week. It's been announced that Manchester United, the club, is off the market, no longer for sale.
I missed that news even. That's news for me. That's shock live on the podcast for me.
Yeah, stock value plummeted with the news. You know,
plummeted when Arsenal beat them 3-1.
Dude, it wasn't news for this guy. I want to go back to like episode 1. Back in November, this sale was supposed to originally go through back in November.
Yeah.
They delayed it. And I said, you just watch.
It's not going to. You did call it.
I said, Ten Hag's going to get a little bit of goodwill back in this club. And the Glazers are going to see they have a way to get out.
To get a positive
and still
vibe
have
back.
their golden goose. Like, they see that they're not going to have to sell it, absolutely.
Yep.
If they get just slightly positive vibes, they'll keep it. Because this club prints money for them, literally.
Yeah.
And fast forward a year.
And
not even a year, and the club's off the market, dude. It's really, really pretty funny, dude, and so predictable. We really need to get an intern for the podcast to go back through the archives and pull all the genius shit that we call, so people know how smart we are and know how much we know.
Yeah, all this Ferguson talk. Ferguson's going to Man City in January.
That's the other example
roll back the tape on that one.
Roll back the tape. Alex called Evan Ferguson last year.
I saw like one touch in a game and a finish, and I was like, that kid's got it.
But listen, it's not doing Alex's fantasy team any good.
No, he's been on the bench getting me
pulled
0
Evan
points.
Ferguson. He's probably the only one in the league that has Evan Ferguson in his team, and he's got him on the
And
bench.
now everyone's going to probably get him now because he's popping.
Yeah, he's not going to do any
So
good
I
now,
won't have
dude.
any.
His price has definitely already gone up.
My fantasy. See, I can call things like that, but my fantasy skills are awful.
Yeah, well, you have to stop smoking pot and log in and change your team.
That would be a problem even without the pot. It's hard to remember these things. I need,
No, it's
I need to
true.
set like reminders on my phone for Thursdays.
You do need to set
to
reminders.
sec my team.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do because I will forget.
Okay, wait, I wasn't done piling on
All right,
Man United.
what do we got? We got more.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
there's plenty more news.
yeah, they're off
I was
market.
gonna say I think there's like 3 more headlines we need to go over with them.
Let's talk Anthony.
I was wondering which one was gonna come next.
Another one.
Another one.
I did not pull the Khaled clip. Maybe I'll pull it and
drop it in
we'll
there
drop
in
it
post.
in post, dude.
Another one.
After handling their first domestic abuse case, the Mason Greenwood case,
Fumbling it all
as
over the place.
horribly as an institution could possibly have handled it,
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
it's like someone on the board was like, boy, man, I wish he could really have a do-over on that.
Yeah, seriously.
But they wished it on like one of those cursed monkey paws.
Yeah, he
So,
actually
and
was rubbing it
and
when
the
he
little
wished
finger
it.
goes in,
He's like, oh shit.
and like, boom. Another domestic violence charge against a high-profile Manchester United player.
Young, high-profile Manchester United
They
player.
spent $80+ million on this guy like last year,
Yep.
and he's been terrible.
And he hasn't done anything on the pitch, which is even worse.
And apparently he's been beating his girlfriend on the side.
She's not worse. Sorry,
And
that's horrible.
allegedly, and also allegedly, and this is really the big one. This is different than the Greenwood case.
Yeah.
Because it's alleged that the club helped him cover up the abuse. That they actually used club medical facilities to treat her after the attack.
Oh.
God damn it, I feel like I was smiling when I said that. And again, this is why I asked Beth to be on the podcast to talk about this. So we're not like asshole bros enjoying this too much.
That's insane, dude.
This is allegations.
Oh, yeah,
allegedly,
of course.
allegedly.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that would be a lot of investigation for that to come out to be true.
can you imagine if the club did that and knew it all this time while the Greenwood
that's-
case was
that's
going
Penn
on?
State,
They knew
dude.
they had this lockdown underneath while Greenwood was on the surface. They were just like, "Oh my god,
That's
Anthony, don't let him do anything."
yeah.
You know?
I mean, obviously, these are very different. Like, there's two different, different circumstances, but like that's on the level of like a Penn State cover up. Like if they're covering up, if like a institution that big is working to cover up, because like
Right.
then you think about all the years of footballers who even in the past are all drunks and things back in the day.
Yeah.
How many things have been covered up over the years?
For sure. And of course I've seen the comments if you look at the internet. There's always
Yeah.
a what about George Best? And yeah, it's like, yeah, George Best was a raging alcoholic.
You think he
handsome
didn't hit a woman
playboy
every
in the
once in a while?
70s. No, and I think he talked about it openly, I think.
Yeah.
Because guys back then did. Sean
Connery
did.
talked about it openly.
Exactly. And again, we're not justifying that either.
No, it's terrible.
But
it's like this is just like if this is a true allegation,
yeah,
then this is massive hit against United
for sure.
as a club.
No, an insane one.
Yeah.
I would say unrecoverable for a lot of institutions or clubs, but
Sadly, United fans, I think a lot of them are.
that's sadly football fans.
Yeah.
The
that's true.
tribalism, which I love, insane tribalism so much. It really is like why I love the sport.
Yeah, it's
but-
hard, it's easy to get wrapped up in.
People do take it too far.
Yeah.
And defend their clubs when they shouldn't be defended.
Yeah.
Anyway, wait a minute. I'm not done piling on United yet.
Nope. There's more.
Boy.
So many. It's hard. It's getting mixed up in his
well,
brain.
Why don't you lay the next one on us?
Well, I'm gonna say where we going. The next one is the decade losses of the United over the past.
You didn't
decade.
present that any more gracefully.
No,
than
I didn't at
now.
all.
You got to punch it up. Yeah.
So we're looking at the worst net spend in the last decade in the Premier League.
Yeah. Amid all of this chaos, Man United have spent over $1 billion on this team in the last decade.
Which is funny because I've heard United pundits recently talking about, especially around the Arsenal match, talking about how much more Arsenal spend than United
That's pretty wild.
on players, and they've net spend negative $1 billion in the last decade. Arsene Wenger kept that thing cruising.
I'm not having that.
actually,
Arsenal
Wenger
was
was
on
too
the list.
too far ago for that to be effective anymore.
Arsenal was on the list. They were number 4 on the list, I think.
No, we
y'all
have
been spending.
We spend money, and we are terrible sellers.
Yeah.
So our net spend does not look good.
Liverpool were number 12 on the list, pretty far down.
That is pretty impressive.
There's
honestly.
nobody below us on that list that has won a league and European championship. I'll tell you that.
I mean, you guys have done a stupidly good job recruiting and selling.
Yeah,
That's the
we've done
difference
pretty
between
good.
our clubs is like we haven't spent a lot more than you,
Right.
but I think we've just been so bad at getting money back.
Right. That's true. We've done a good job of that.
We've had a lot of wasted like big talent that just went for free.
FSG prioritized that as a model coming in. And,
Yeah.
And so, we developed a pretty good sales model there. While we're on Liverpool, let's go through it. This past weekend, Liverpool 3, they hosted Aston Villa, who scored 1 goal and lost the game. Unremarkable game. Liverpool played in second gear the whole time.
Kind of shocking to us that was the case. I mean, I remember going into the weekend before it was like you were like, oh shit, Villa, it's gonna be tough.
I did expect Liverpool
because your defense
to pick up
was
an L.
hurt.
I was expecting our first loss of the year. We were missing Konate and Virgil. That's it, really.
But that's big.
Yeah, it comes down to that. I mean, we have such a history with like traumatically ravaged defenses, and it went easy. I don't know, as I think Leon Osmond on BBC said, it's what Liverpool want. They want teams to show up at Anfield ready to lose.
Yep.
And that's what it looked like.
Yeah, Unai kind of shocked us with a very negative approach to the game, which, like, not that Unai is not good at setting up a team defensively. I think we mentioned that in the first time we talked about this, but, like, it just, like, it was shocking with how much talent he has now and how well they play that he just, like, kind of sat back and took it.
Yeah, I think we just successfully pressed him really, really high.
It's true, you did. I mean, Liverpool were really great on the day.
Right.
Like, taking nothing away from that.
Yeah, the game was highlighted by that Soboslai goal, right?
Yeah, beautiful hit.
From a corner, dropped out to the top of the box, and he cracked it. Very Thiago-esque. But looking back at it, dude, just the kind of elegance of the midfield when I watch highlights looking back is what really strikes me as different. The goals were fine, whatever, but our midfield looks so different now. I mean, it's obviously been well documented that we did a complete rebuild.
Yeah.
But the style is so different, dude. Like Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho are just Clydesdales. They're all workhorses.
It's true,
you know?
Yeah.
Henderson passing is the most nuanced or elegant of the three is absurd, dude.
He'd
He'd crack like 1 or 2 goals a season and they'd get remembered. But now seeing McAllister and Soboslai in there, it's so much more elegant, dude. There's so many like really slick progressive moves, great dribbles.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like we cloned Thiago 3 times. I mean, not. They all have individual styles, but in terms of technical ability and the way they move the ball, it looks so much different than
so smooth.
We've had such a workhorse midfield for the last for the Klopp era, and now we have like a cool one.
Yeah, which is
different.
a different feel for Klopp team.
Yeah.
Workhorse midfield's kind of a big part of his teams.
Yeah, and I think this team could do that too. Hopefully so. Yeah.
Maybe
But
he's going
also-
full Wenger, like idealistic in his later age, where he just wants to build the perfect team and win the way he wants to win.
We'll see. I'd be down, dude.
I love that.
And I hope his idealism includes handsomeness too, because the handsome factor has also gone up.
It's true.
English
It's
people
true.
like Jordan Henderson, but he looks like a chav to me, dude. Bringing in Soboslai, he's a beefcake. Handsome factor up, dude. Big time.
McAllister's like handsome, but he's a funny
He's
little
like kind of
handsome guy.
cartoonishly handsome.
It's
he looks
funny.
like a Pixar character that came a real. That
And then he
became a
does
real
his like
boy.
awkward little laugh too.
Yeah. Wataru Endo's pretty handsome. Oops, I keep saying. James yelled at me for it last week. I gotta
James.
stop. It's so much harder to edit those out when there's video involved.
Oh yeah, that would be
Right?
really annoying.
I think the only handsome downgrade we've made from the peak years is losing Genie Wijnaldum.
Yeah, Wijnaldum was a handsome man.
He was so handsome.
He was kind of like weird, like chisel, like looked like a statue almost.
His skin tone was so good too. It's like perfect.
Yeah,
milk
that's what I'm
chocolate
saying.
with,
That's
like,
why he looked
cinnamon.
statuesque.
And
he was so
smiled
perfect.
so perfectly. He had flawless skin.
Yeah,
Beautiful smile.
that's crazy.
The new guys don't really have that.
That's hard to live up to, though.
Anyway, let's move down through a couple more games. We can laugh at a couple of funny losses this week, including Brighton beating Newcastle 3-1.
Brighton put hurting on Newcastle.
Your bench boy Evan Ferguson.
Yeah, hat trick
Evan
hero
Ferguson.
on my bench, giving me 17 points on solid bench. Solid bench with 17 points sitting there.
This is why Alex is sitting rock bottom, and this is why we're dedicating a Patreon episode to rebuilding Alex's fantasy team.
Rebuilding. All I need to do is substitutions.
No, he needs a hard rebuild. We're talking
Hey.
rock bottom, folks.
No,
I've,
I'm talking about
I've
the best.
admittedly dropped from first to middle of the pack, 6th place. But
Yeah.
I'm ready to get back in it. I feel pretty good.
I didn't even look at where I'm at after this weekend. Am I still rock bottom?
Yes. Not by far, though. You're not like a distant. You're not pulling a Derby County. Like,
Yeah, or I'm
done.
like 50 points back.
Nick, the founder of the league, who I think takes it a little more seriously than we do.
Is he down there too?
No. He's middle of the pack by me. But he said that a lot of times the first international break is when he plays his wild card. Because the wild card, you can do a full rebuild for free, no penalties.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a smart move.
So you can kind of take a look around, weigh up who's
Yeah, now
performing,
you've seen
who's
some
not,
players in
yada,
the league
yada.
a bit.
Yeah.
Injuries and such.
So maybe we can each play a wild card and rebuild our teams for the Patreon. That could be fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I'd be into that. I definitely need a rebuild.
Yeah. But anyway, Newcastle down in the dumps, dude. But Eddie Howe is struggling.
Struggling. Is he going to be the big first manager axe? Is it time for the upgrade? Who's even out there though right now? Who's a big name that's like floating?
Yeah, I don't know.
They would put pressure on him.
Like we said, the contingent running Newcastle now seem to be making smart moves so far. By appointing Eddie to begin with was a pretty intelligent move.
Yeah, I mean they could have gone wild from the start.
They've bought players pretty efficiently, so it's reasonable to think that they might not make an irrational move and
just keep
they might be patient with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean it's still very early in the season. Come mid-season, if he's still struggling a little bit, there's definitely going to be some talks
for sure
about swapping him out.
Oh yeah,
pressure can build real easy for him.
Yeah,
if he doesn't turn it around.
Top 4 is minimum expectation.
Yeah,
now.
I mean Brighton can do that to anybody.
Of course,
they can turn it. I feel like they've turned us over 3-1 several times. So
they'll get you.
Yeah, so I'm not. Yeah, that's not a huge loss, but he's got to be worried definitely.
Right.
Any other ones we want to laugh at?
Yeah, we got one more funny result. We got Chelsea 0 hosting Forest.
How can I not remember that one?
Forest 1. Yeah, pretty good. Chelsea's a mess.
Chelsea is a mess.
Pochettino under pressure as well.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw it coming, but I wouldn't let myself believe it. I thought Pochettino was gonna get it together. Like they got so many players out the door and kind of reshifted the squad. And I was like, okay, shit, Pochettino might make this work.
Yeah, when they started unloading all the dead wood to the Saudis, I thought he was going to get it together.
Speaking of balancing the books well, you got to give him credit there.
Right. And I think he still might. Again, it's only 4 games in. So he can still get it right.
And still a lot of that squad is new.
Totally.
Like as much as it seems crazy to think, because everybody was just new that left. It felt like, but
and we can't forget their marquee goal scorer they signed in the summer because
not even there.
Is injured, so they haven't even seen their new striker yet.
That's true.
Nicholas Jackson wasn't the answer they had hoped for.
No, he looked great in preseason.
But in the meantime, let's laugh at him.
Yeah.
Chelsea mid-table again.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a joy to watch them flounder down there again this season.
Yeah, I would love it.
After spending all the money and doing all the shit they've done.
How long does Bowley keep spending like that if it keeps struggling?
I mean, there has to be an end point, right?
He spent over $1 billion in 3 transfer windows.
Yeah.
He can't keep doing that.
And it's not going to always be that easy to ship people out.
Well, no.
I guess with the Saudi League, maybe it will be. But how many of these players are also always going to agree to go there?
That's true.
These kids are all in the prime of their career.
And they're all on 8-year contracts, or most of them, many of them.
Did they put random weird clauses snuck into these 8-year contracts or something?
If a player is low-key shit or gets injured and they're on an 8-year deal,
they can just retire.
They're done, dude. They're gonna get
go
paid
sit
for
at home.
8
You're gonna
years.
get paid for 8 years straight for doing nothing.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah,
I mean, I hope it blows up in his face. He seems like a real idiot.
You say he seems like an idiot. The question I wanted to ask is, does he have the worst agent in all of football?
He might.
We talked about the projects that he has taken on. Tottenham, where he was
you're talking about Pochettino.
Pochettino. Oh,
I was saying Bowley looks like a real idiot.
Oh, Bowley. Yeah, my bad.
Well,
No, Pochettino could look like an idiot for taking this project on, like I said.
Absolutely.
Bowley does look like an idiot, a classic American cowboy idiot, which you have to admire a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, honestly.
But Pochettino, from Tottenham, where he was the golden child but handcuffed by budget, to PSG, where he jumped on an absolute grenade of the biggest collection
most
of
toxic
prima
locker room
donnas
ever.
of all time.
Yeah.
Neymar just called it hell. He said him and Messi were in hell the whole time they were in Paris.
Yeah.
So there was no managing that squad. And from there he goes to Chelsea, which last year I think we saw the least manageable squad we've ever seen in the Premier League.
I mean, I've never seen such I honestly cannot believe they even finished where they finished.
Reports of 2 different starting 11s in training and then picking the
training
final
completely
11.
separately.
Training completely separately.
It's nuts.
They had to extend the locker room because there wasn't enough room for the squad in the locker room.
It was unprecedented chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was nuts.
I mean, you can only chalk up sheer brute force natural talent stopping them from getting relegated.
Yeah, it was
It's
just
such
a couple talented people got some goals at crucial times to keep them in the mid-table there.
Right?
But yeah, it doesn't seem like much has changed. A lot has changed, but not much has changed so far.
We'll see.
So we'll see.
I think they'll get it together. That's my prediction. I do still think they'll get it together.
I think from the beginning, I've still feared them.
Mm-hmm.
But normally I feel like Chelsea are hot starters, and this year they're not. So maybe they'll turn it on second half of the year.
It's not the same old Chelsea, Alex.
It's true. Same old Chelsea chance, but not the same old Chelsea. Anything else? Anything else Premier League we need to catch up on?
We don't need to talk about any of last round's fixtures. I don't think we've done plenty. That's all old news now.
Cool.
We covered the essentials.
I have another headline to bring up if you want to.
Lay it on me.
The women's Spanish manager being fired.
Right. I don't
and
have
him being like, what? How's this fair? I just won a World Cup.
But I'm not defending him.
No, go for it.
No, I was just gonna say I actually don't have the details on this. I thought he was against Rubiales. Was he defending him?
So apparently the whole thing I saw of reasoning is when Rubiales said that he was refusing to step down and spoke out publicly in front of everybody, he stood and applauded him.
Okay.
So he backed him, like he was boys with him.
That was the wrong move.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like, dude, you just you just won a World Cup, but you got sacked because you backed your boy in the wrong time.
You're not invincible, dude. He probably felt invincible.
He felt like he's like, I just won a World Cup. There's no way they're sacking me.
Yeah, this is
zero chance they're sacking me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, nope, bye. And he's like, it's unfair.
Yeah, dude.
It's like
revolution.
Dude, there's cameras everywhere now.
That's tough.
People saw you openly supporting a man who sexually assaulted a woman. I mean, it's like...
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one because if it is his boy and his boy told him, no, I didn't do it. It was nothing like that. The cameras will tell the truth.
Right.
Then would he stand up? I mean...
Possibly. If he was trying to be a supportive friend in that situation and he thought he had a different side of the story, but...
Yeah, dude.
It's a tough look, though.
It is.
When the facts keep rolling out and you're just on the wrong side of it.
Yeah, at least the Spanish Federation is cleaning house. Nobody expected them to do anything about any of this.
Yeah, everyone was like they're gonna mess this up, and they are putting the hammer down.
I think Rubiales is still under just temporary suspension.
Yeah,
but that's obviously
there's no chance he's getting out of this.
Charge. There's not a chance in hell he's getting out of this, dude.
And she just filed legal complaints against him.
She did, yep. Which I think she was forced into by his dumbass saying she lied. You know, she probably wasn't going to take it to court if he didn't do that.
If he would have just admitted what he did and apologized and said anything, done anything differently than he did, really, you know.
She's probably got a defamation charge on top of a assault charge now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's just digging himself a bigger hole.
I don't know that the law works the same way in Spain.
Yeah, obviously, we definitely don't know anything really about Spanish law. I know that there seems to be a lot of issues with footballers paying taxes over there. That's one thing I know.
If any Spanish lawyers listen to the pod, get at us.
Get at us. We'd love to know what's going on over there.
Surely we've got one or two amongst the crowd.
Of course, right?
Yeah, I don't have a lot else to talk about. We can keep it cash.
Yeah.
We should give a shout out to real friend of the pod, Nick Tenaglia, who made it out to L.A.
Yes.
First comedic guest we had on the pod. One of our favorite episodes, I think.
So fun.
Going out to Detroit to hang out with Nick. He told us that day he was moving to L.A. in the fall, and now he's gone and done it. Good
he's
for you,
there.
Nick.
I saw him shouting out, looking for mics.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be killing it.
I hope he's doing. Yeah,
anybody knows.
He's a funny dude.
I hollered at Beth to give him some advice, but Beth is busy these days, as we discussed
She's
earlier
big time.
in the pod. Yeah.
Big time Beth Stelling.
Anyway, that's not to say Beth is big time.
No. We love
She
Beth.
recommended Nick to begin with. If people don't know the full story,
That's true.
Long ago, we reached out looking for Michigan comics that are funny.
I'm sure when she has some time, or she'll reach out to Nick at some point, or they'll talk at some point while they're out there.
Oh, I don't think so. They're enemies now. It's all cutthroat, competitive stuff, Alex.
It's true. Open mic time. Mic time is important out there. What's going on? We got an international break. I hate that.
I normally hate it. Liverpool, there's actually a few injuries around the league that are going to benefit from this international break.
That's true.
The latest being Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool.
Yeah, that one was kind of a surprise. Did he come off in that game? I
don't think
remember.
he did. I think he played the full.
He just
90.
ended up with something at the end.
Yeah, it must have been reported after.
It.
He's expected to miss a couple weeks. He's not expected to be back for Wolves, but we'll survive.
Yeah, at least the international breaks only caused him to be out for one match. That's not bad.
Right.
And he's not going away with England, which is always nice.
Right.
We have so many players on international break right now. It always stresses me out so much. It's like I hate it. It sucks when you have good players. It's like, come on.
Yeah, that reminds me of another headline, actually. Back to Liverpool. Sorry, folks. New signing Ryan Gravenberch.
Yeah, I forget. Like that one
Gravenberch.
kind of like snuck in under the radar at the end there.
It did.
And I was
day
like,
signing.
I forget he's there now.
But anyway, he announced that he was unavailable for the Netherlands under-21s for this break because he wanted to settle in at his new club.
Why does he look like he's like 45?
I know he does.
So you said under 21s. I was like, that guy's under 21s? What are you talking about?
Didn't I tell you that? I said he's got one of those faces, dude. He's a teenager. He's
He looks
21,
like he's at least
looks
30.
Like he's 40.
It's nuts.
But anyway, Van Hal, of course, couldn't help but speak up. Or was it Koeman? One of the two Dutch old assholes.
Yeah, had to say
I
something
think
about
it. It was Koeman, actually,
Yeah.
not Van Hal. Van Hal said something else insane this week. I forget what.
He did, because I saw Van Dijk had to like say something, right?
Oh, Van Hal said that the World Cup was fixed for Messi.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, and Van Dijk had to come out and say it wasn't.
Yeah, Van Dijk was like, I do not share that opinion.
Yeah.
I think that's literally what he said. But anyway, yeah, Koeman said the Netherlands are very disappointed that Gravenberch refused to play for his national team. First of all,
God, these teams are so dramatic.
he's settling into his new club. He played for it's the under-21s, second of all.
Yeah.
And third of all, he played for them in the under-21 Euros this summer.
Yeah.
So
Give him a
it's
break,
not like
man.
he's routinely snubbing them.
No.
And it would benefit them all for him to settle in at Liverpool.
Yeah,
as
if he does
quickly
well
as
at Liverpool,
possible.
he's in your senior team.
Yeah, just Ronald Koeman being a fucking dick, dude. Like, he seems to be.
It's funny because we like we're harsh on the English a lot.
Yeah.
But it's not just the English.
No.
Like Shane Gillis says, those European whites, they're a problem, dude. Those European whites are a problem.
Yeah, dude, they're cocky. They think they're the coolest ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all cocky, man.
That's super funny, dude. I was thinking about that Gillis special, too. We're talking about how American whites know that we're not the coolest.
Yeah,
We know there's other people out there, other colors that are cooler than us.
Yeah.
Some European whites don't get that exposure, and they're cocky about being cool.
He's like, that's how you get Conor McGregor.
Super funny, dude. Yeah. Not to give spoilers about Gillis's special too much,
Yeah.
but he was like, the day Jackie Robinson first stepped up to the plate in the majors is the day white coolness died, which is so good. And I was thinking about, like, what is the moment in football when that happened? And I was just picturing, like, Europeans watching Pele play for the first time. English people watching Pele play and be like,
The game that they created.
oh shit! I know exactly. We better create an anthem about bringing the game back home. We
They
don't
were
like this game abroad. We
terrified,
don't want the
dude.
game abroad. We want it at home.
They are They're still terrified that it's not all white English boys playing in the league.
Definitely, dude.
There's a good portion of them that are.
Anytime there's anything close, anyone fields anything close to an all English 11 or even all British 11,
People are so
it's
excited.
all over the news, dude.
Remember when Wenger tried the English project and it failed miserably?
Yeah, that's what happens.
It was a nightmare, dude. Everyone was either injured or terrible.
Oh shit.
Oh, a nightmare era. There were some good boys in there, but
Yeah. Speaking of, while we're dumping on Brits,
yeah. What else we got?
you know how disgusted we are by, the sports washing of Saudi Arabia, yada, yada, yada. I gotta say, I can't help but feel a little bit smug hearing British commentators during these games be like, the Saudis, they're draining the league of all its talent. Yeah, someone literally said it like that, a verbatim sentence during a game this weekend.
Yeah.
And like, y'all, are you really that lacking self-awareness?
Yeah.
You've been doing the same thing for decades.
You've drained
now.
all of Europe of all its talent
That's
for
how
decades.
you built this mega league that's making everybody billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And look, I'm on board for it, okay?
I love it.
And
The
yes,
Premier League's great.
Saudi Arabia is not the same thing, and they're doing it for different reasons.
Yeah.
I guess. But are they?
Are they really, though, in the end? Or is it all about money in the end?
I will say it's not the same thing in the sense that it's a religious fundamentalist autocracy and they execute people for gayness or protest.
Yeah, that's very different.
It was in the media recently. They executed a guy with or they're executing a guy for a protest tweet who has 9 followers. Yeah. Anyway.
Jeez. All of the European powers have been monsters at some point in their history.
Not like good old America, dude.
America's
just
never been a
the
monster,
world again
dude.
and again. Here comes the Nazis. Let's stomp them down.
Yeah, stomp them out,
those
dude.
Kong, we better stomp them out before they get to become a threat, even. And that's when we learned that we should stomp them out before they become a threat.
Yeah, then we started doing all the secret.
Then we learned about the
secret
Middle
nasty
East,
stuff.
and we just never even let them become a threat.
We did the secret nasty
I learned
stuff.
that if you just
condense
it down to WMD, and so as long as people have like a phrase they can chant on the news,
weaponize the news against the public.
Are we talking about soccer still?
Wait, is this a soccer podcast?
My iPad died, so my notes are gone.
so
now I'm
we're
talking
off the
about
cuff now.
Operation Desert Storm and mission accomplished.
That's just because Gillis got us fired up on patriotism, dude.
Dude, that's what's happening.
Gillis
just
warped our brains, dude.
We just watched the new Gillis special, and we're both imitating him like
He's
losers.
literally doing
This
patriotism.
is what new comics do. They just do
It's true.
impersonations of comics they like.
It's true.
We just busted ourselves doing that.
We're like Christopher. Hey, remember when you said that? That was cool. It's like us just doing quotes back and forth to each other from Gillis' special.
More like I was picturing Norm Macdonald and David Letterman talking about. I don't remember the context, but comics doing that. And one of them at one point I think says, "Yeah, there's no more Mitch Hedbergs out there," and the other goes, "Oh, I think there's actually a lot of Mitch Hedbergs out there now."
It's true, right?
Yeah, for real.
It's true. And, yeah, it happens that way. I know a lot of big comedians now talk about how embarrassed they are about how much they were, copying a vibe from...
It's difficult not to.
I know Gillis talks about how he was copying Louis a lot.
Sure.
Louis was his idol, so he was, stealing vibes from him a lot.
When I first started going to small mics in Chicago... That was my shit talk, actually. That I was like, it seems like they're all doing impressions of being
big comedians.
Yeah, none of them seem to have their own voice.
Yeah, which makes sense for a young comic, obviously.
Schmuck and not really.
Yeah.
Giving credit to how long it takes to develop your voice.
I mean, look at us right now.
I was just gonna say I came here to Grand Rapids to develop the voice of this podcast, and
it's hard.
Still sounds the same as it did day one.
Yeah, it's hard.
We
to
haven't
do.
really made hardly any of the evolutions that I want this pod to make. We have video now.
We have video now.
One, but
yeah, that's big.
Thematically, this podcast is still just as far as where I want it to be.
Yeah.
Or far from where I want it to be.
Yep.
But, I'm having fun.
It's going. If we're getting it, we got to get it going. Consistency is key.
Yeah.
It's been hard. Why is it? I don't know why it's so hard.
I blame Michigan, as you know.
Well, I mean,
the curse of this state. The state hates me, and I hate it, dude. I fucking hate this state.
It's true,
dude.
You do have beef with this state,
me, dude. And I swear to God, the karma of my hatred is coming back on me,
it's
dude.
true, dude.
My life has been so difficult.
Michigan
lately.
knows you hate it, dude.
I know.
Everyone else here loves this place, dude. They don't like you. The energy hates you.
I met someone somewhere this week. I can't remember where, but I remember.
Is he from Ohio?
And I said, "You hate Grand Rapids too?"
No, I think there's honestly plenty of crowd out there like that hate Grand Rapids.
Of course, it's true. And I should also admit, to be fair to Grand Rapids and West Michigan, I've been here about 6 months now, longer.
A little longer
than that.
Much.
But I'm going through
a
real period of homesickness. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm a city boy and I miss it.
Yeah, it's a different life. I mean, it's definitely small. It's a city, but it's not really.
Right.
It's a small city.
It's not the same if you've lived in a real city.
No. Yeah, it's not.
A real city.
It's not.
I mean, culture-wise. Not I've said here, downtown Grand Rapids is really beautiful and has so much potential.
Yeah.
But there's nobody fucking down there using it.
Yeah.
It drives me insane.
Nobody lives down there. Nobody, hangs out down there.
No, they're afraid of homeless people, so they avoid it.
Yeah.
But I might have a chance to go to L.A. soon for a little bit.
Yeah.
So
that's exciting.
Hopefully
go hang out with James.
Hopefully that happens, and we can look forward to some L.A. content.
Yeah.
Okay, Leopold's here telling me that we should wrap up the pod. Do we have anything else to talk about?
I don't think so.
We're on an international break. We're going to go ahead and skip that conversation.
Yeah, we don't really like that stuff very much.
So we'll come back and
we'll talk more. If news pops up, we'll jump in. If something crazy happens with the Saudi window still being open.
Otherwise, we'll be back soon to talk about stuff around Europe.
Europe, and Patreon members, our fantasy teams. We'll talk about those soon.
Yeah, we'll have that up soon. Patreon members, and there are more than one of you now.
Yeah.
Reach out to us with ideas for Patreon content, suggestions.
One of you, we're still trying to get you on. You know who you are.
Both of you, actually.
Actually, both of you.
Wait, I didn't say both. 2 of you, because there could be more.
Like 10 of you all they're supposed to be on the podcast.
The dozens of Patreon members that want to be on this podcast, you have to get in line.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, we're this busy. Look we got Bruce over here. You think you're going to dethrone Bruce?
Can't dethrone Bruce.
Bruce is so cozy.
We don't have a camera on Bruce.
I know. We need to get a Bruce camera.
I don't think we have any pet cameos in this episode.
We should get some. Yeah, thank God.
Maybe I'll take some
Sorry,
B-roll.
guys. Not you cats. You cats are doing good.
Clip them in. Okay, we did successfully have an interruption-free episode.
That's shocking, honestly.
I'm shocked.
You turned the light on at 1 second. That was it.
So happy.
I thought you were going to cut that out, though. No, we didn't turn the light on at 1 second. The light just magically changed.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I'm just kidding. It lightened up when we were talking about our teams winning over the weekend. All right, we can wrap this up.
I think that's just about enough. Thanks, y'all. It's been Soccer Situations. I am Todd.
And I'm Alex.
And we're here for you. Have a good night.
Soccer situation.